Hello and welcome to Candidates on the Clock, sponsored by the Newton County Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Lanier Sims. Today we're joined with Femi Oduwole, that is running for U.S. Congress, District 10. Could you tell the citizens a little bit more about yourself?
The name again is Femi Oduwole. You got it right. I live in District 10. I've been there for over 10 years with my family. My daughter went to school in Walton County, and I work with the Chamber of Commerce, Terry Smiley. And when my daughter was going to school as one of the leadership program in my community, we have all kind of areas that need a citizen to be involved other than being in politics. For instance, I live on a street that is state road. The city can't fix it. Someone like me have to get a petition to work with the DOT, stuff like that. So at this point, I'm thinking in order for me to make a difference in our community, I have to take the same energy to run for office.
Okay, thank you. As you're aware, we had citizens to submit questions for folks running for Congress and also at the county level as well. So one of the first questions we have is, what's your view or how are you planning to address climate change?
So I hear climate change all the time, and when they talk about climate change, each side think, oh, this is a radical situation. Climate change is real. Just like with children, we grow up, we get old. If we don't take care of ourselves, we're gonna fall apart. It's the same thing with our environment. We got to take care of our environment. I'm not into all the extreme situation, but I feel that we have to take care of our environment, our community, in order for it to be sustainable.
Okay, thank you. You probably are aware that the Build Back Better plan is currently stalled in Congress. What provisions, if any, would you support in the Build Back Better plan?
So with the Build Back Better, there's so many segments that were put together, and we have a, diversity of people in that area where we have Republican, Democrat, 50-50, not a majority. So the Build Back Better is stalled because it was just the gas infrastructure and all the other stuff put together. I would rather, break it down little by little and see what is the commonality between everyone, what did they agree on. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm running for office because I really, really want to get those government funding. There's a guy in District 13, he do the same thing all the time. It's not on TV, it's not making noise, it's not going by the agenda. It takes some of those money, the federal funding, bring it back to his district and help everyone out. That is what I want to do.
Okay. Our next question piggybacks on your last answer. What would be your plans to bring those federal funds back to Newton County to help us be a better place to live, work, and play?
So, unlike many people, you will see the sign out there, they use media, and trying to get into the office. Since I got pre-qualified, I've been to all those 19 counties, 58 cities. I've been everywhere, talking to people, trying to find out what is their situation. I've been to rural Georgia, which I don't understand what's going on there. I lost my internet connection today, just in one of those counties right there, stuck in the middle of nowhere. So I find out what the situation is. When I go there, I have to lobby with the president, wherever the president might be. I have to lobby with the president to make sure that I can get that federal fund into our community. As you know, District 10 is very big. I have to divide it into 4 segments, 4, so we can, when the money come in, I will work with the commissioner, the state people. It's not something that has to do with the state, and the state don't want this money. I bring that money straight to the people. We want to help our youth with education, knowledge, training, single parents, I want to do all that one. This morning, I'm going to lobby for it with the president. And when I get that money from my district, it's coming straight to the people, not to the politician. I don't run for office unless somebody sponsor me, so I have to vote because of what they like. I want to service the people.
Okay, thank you. Next question, do you support term limits in Congress?
Most definitely, you know. So when we get into the office and you have a taste of all the stuff that go on around there, people forget why they were there. When you rotate, someone come in there with the idea, the fire is burning inside you. Once you get there and you do what you have to do, let somebody else come in, and that is how we grow. But when we have the same old people there over and over, they become complacent. So I really support time limit.
Okay. At what point do you think the federal government should implement wage and price controls to slow down this increasing inflation? Or what's your views on how to slow down this inflation?
So you see, most of the time, you know, I mean, I don't want to go to Republican, Democrat, you know, as you can tell, certain group come into the office, they cater to the big people, the big company, they give them a tax break, and as you know, it does not trigger down to the common folks, right? I would rather, you know, we focus on the common folks. The way the government can help is to really bring all those big business into White House, talk to them. Some of inflation are real, some of them are just man-made, you know. They took advantage of it because there was no restriction on price gouge and all that stuff, you know. I mean, if we have a drought, then they say food is expensive, understandable. There's no reason for all this because we don't have no limit and control on the way all this big business gouge prices, you know. So we have to start from there.
Okay, thank you. What is your opinion, or how would you support voters' rights?
Voters' rights has been on for a long time. You know, but they come and tell you what they're gonna do, what they're not gonna do. I'll be very honest with you. And whenever a party is in power that don't believe in voters' rights, it's hard for the other one to do anything, no matter what the noise they make. It's up to the voters to be aware of what is going on. Like where I live, the last time I went to vote, I vote in the same location all the time. I was on the line for like a long time. When I got there, they said, oh, you can vote here, you have to go to another location. If I was just that kind of person, frustrated, I would have gone home. That's a voter's suppression. You know, we have to have a universal way. If you have a right to vote, you should be able to vote. They should not make it so hard. You know, it should be a fair game. Democracy is power by the people for the people. You can lobby everything or manipulate the situation just because you are in power and you want to remain in power. So it's a very difficult situation. It will be the voter that go out there and recognize what is going on, and that's the only way we can solve the problem.
Okay, thank you. If elected, what will be your legislative goals, and how would that impact the counties in your district?
So when elected, in my district, like I said, you know, I'll be fighting for the people because I'm not a politician. I want to serve the community that I live in, and I see what is going on. In the last 2-3 months, I've seen a lot of areas where I want to help my community. I want to make a difference by helping them. So like I said, I'm going to work with the Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to work with the Commissioner of Labor and all those people directly to see how the ways and method that to which we can help the community. We have to get people to speak up on what are their needs. And based on those needs, everybody's not going to get a 4-year college degree to get a better job. You're going to find a way to train people in the area where they're good at, and they can get that well-paid job. We have to lobby for all these businesses to bring job to this area. So I'm going to work with all this group of people to find out the best way to go about doing this one. Of course, I'm going to get that money from the federal government. Sometimes the politician will say, oh, we don't want the government money, we can do this one. No, it's the tax-paying money. We need it so we can help the community.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for answering all the top questions that were submitted by our citizens. At this time, can you close us out with any further information about yourself, your campaign, and how can the voters be able to reach you?
So again, my name is Femi Oduwole. I'm running for Congressional District 10. Please go vote for me. Early vote start May 2nd. Election is May 24th. My website is femiforloganville.com. You can reach me at femiforgeorgia@gmail.com. Please go vote for me. I need your vote. That is the only way we can start making the changes. I want to represent you. I will serve you with everything I got. I'm not going to go to DC and become a servant to one person president. I'm going to serve you, the community. Thank you.
Thank you.